My intuition. I'm gonna ask you one more thing, and I'm asking you as brutal Peter, who always tells it exactly like it is. 40 years of experience, right? So you've been to a gazillion events. Is that an accurate statement? Now, this is not. I want to be clear. Not about me, about the overall training system, about the depth of quality of trainers we have. If you were putting us up against other companies' training, seeing everything you've seen, is it true that other companies, the reps don't have stuff like this?
Crikey. Yeah.
I mean, just expound a little bit.
Such a fantastic question, and let me before I get into the answer for that, let me tell you that if it wasn't for Mr. Marcusetta, I don't believe this company would have survived the crisis it went through a year ago.
Thank you. Thank you. That's good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you. No. Thank you. Stop. Okay. Stop. Thank you. Okay, stop. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So,
thank you. That was very kind. That's exactly what I didn't want.
Can I have the money now? I actually, genuinely, sincerely, I can't even express. I grew up in Amway, 10 years in Amway, and I did very well in Amway, which is actually not that easy.
Right.
And Mark knows that. When you're selling soap, it's not quite as exciting as selling travel, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But I sold soap for 10 years and I did okay. The finest trained, in my opinion at that time, the best trained networkers on the planet. And I can tell you now, you can go, oh, Amway, they only did 14 billion last year, so don't laugh too loud, okay? They are a global phenomenon, and without Amway, we wouldn't be here, I'm telling you now. They fought the lawsuits all over the world to protect us. I know that, I was part of it. So that company was the grandfather, grandmother, grandparents of this industry. They were the originators, the pioneers, and I knew Rich DeVos and Jay Van Andel, the owners. And the training in that company, the culture, is unbelievable. In fact, you can't get an Amway distributor out with dynamite. You know, if they sold pink hats on a Friday, they'd sell 5 million pink hats by Monday because they're Amway pink hats, right? Yeah. That's just the way Amway is. And that's what we will create. But what I would say to you is, until all the years I was corporate field, I did 9 years corporate running some of the biggest multi-levels and all the stuff I did in the industry around the world. After I left Amway, I never saw it again. I never saw that quality. When I got to World-Ventures, I was stunned, even by the first event I went to. And I remember going to my first event, and because I'd been around the block a bit, I thought, because I'd been spoilt by the Amway training. It was the best. I'd never seen it again. Until I came here. Now, we have one more thing that Amway doesn't have. We have a far bigger understanding of global business. Seriously, we do, unbelievably. We also have a culture which is somewhat deeper than Amway's. Amway's culture is built in a, I can't explain it, and I won't go into detail now, but our culture is deeper. The reason that culture is so deep and so powerful is why we are still here after the issues that the company's had. And for those new people in the room, don't worry about this comment of the issues we've had. All legacy companies go through the fire. We've gone through the fire. When you go through the fire, you come out. That's how you temper steel, is you put it in hot fire and it comes out as steel. And we came out stronger than we went in, okay? So don't worry about all that. It just happens. That's business, that's commerce. But I want to say to you that this training, the quality of what you get, do you know how much this stuff would cost outside? Do you have any concept of what you would pay for 3 days training at this level? With this, guys, I told you what I earn, what these guys earn. You've got 4 millionaires on the stage here, and that's not arrogant, teaching you how this works. And what you paid for this is a joke, I'm telling you, okay? Because I would charge you a lot more for my time. For 3 days of my time, that's £12,000, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
So what I'm saying to you is, what we have is as good as it gets. And again, thank you, Mark. Thank you, mate.
You're welcome, brother. Thank you. So here's my point. We carried that much longer than some of you want to hear it. I wanted you to hear from someone who truly, if you heard the way Shush introduced him, he's one of the top 100 income earners in the history of the industry. That is very rare air, okay? And I know you come to the events and you're like, for some of you, because you've never been to another company, you've never been to another event, this is almost like a pain in your ass, like, I've got to go to an event. Man, imagine trying to learn piano with a hard piano teacher. It might be a pain in the ass, but imagine trying to play piano with no piano teacher. See, most network marketing reps have nothing. Why do you think people fail in massive numbers? So the next time you have any level of frustration, understand, here's a guy who really knows what he's talking about, and this is the major difference maker for us. So if this is our number one major difference maker and you're not fully taking advantage of it, shame on you. You really got to get better at promoting events. Overcome the objection. Whatever it takes, try it for a year. Try promoting the events as your main thing you do for 1 year, and tell me you won't come back a year from now with a much better success rate than you've had up to this point if that hasn't been your intention.